It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Jets and the Vikings, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL International Series brings us across the pond. We're in North London and the impressive Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
Wes Watkins going to bring it back. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, this thing's within one score. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. To throw is Goff. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Here's Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down. Here's Goff. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Second down and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. There he goes again. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Hand off here to Zeke. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Jackson out of the pistol. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Third and long for Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every team in the NFL wishes to come into each week's game and win the line of scrimmage battle. And in this case, I think it's pretty clear which side is winning. Great first drive, primarily all on the ground.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll stick with Elliott. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. They'll run. Here's Elliott. He slams it in there, and he is in. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Jets. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Goff. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are through 1. 6-0 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. First and 10.
Maverick. Attack.
Goff to throw. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. A give up the middle with Kamara. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That's Will Anderson, the Defensive Rookie of the Year, in there to record the sack. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This one from 39 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and veteran Ezekiel Elliott making their way back out. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run, and it's Elliott. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Shaheed with the catch. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Second down, Jackson. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Oh. No, we changed it. Report.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Jets 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Whoa! And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. They went to the designed quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Hey, 13.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll run it here with Zeke. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if...
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone, and that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to London, England. after this.
DC, ready? 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 Right shot.
Jackson now on second down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Jackson trying to get his guys back to the line.
Hey, report. Report.
They'll throw out of the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Third and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fourth down, Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on fourth down. Set to go now on first and 10.
Ozzy, sit up. It's up. Middle. You at. It's up.
Back to throw, Jackson. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. They'll look to pick up the pace. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Jets up the lead to 8. It's now 11-3.
We saw the vet with plenty left, Ezekiel Elliott, putting together a strong first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
No, we changed it.
On first and 10, Jackson. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
A run here with Gibbs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Elliott. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. On play action, here's Jackson. The throw on the run is complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
Hey! Report!
Play action now. Jackson. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, New York.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets will extend this third quarter lead. big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the... So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hey, kill!
Throwing here is gone. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. Now, Goff. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Open man down the field, Mooney. And he will get into the end zone. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Minnesota. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Vikings are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England. And off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 11 yards as Kevin O'Connell made the decision, and he will...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Jackson now. That's caught right side. It's London. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there, no gain.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. And try as he might, he will not get back to that line of scrimmage. They will force him out for a loss.
Mike, these are the plays that on the stat sheet, the offensive lineman, look at the quarterback a little sideways. He has a chance to just throw that ball out of bounds, but instead, he takes it out of bounds himself, and that goes on the stat sheet as a sack.
On third down, Jackson. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. He is in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New York.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Butker now for the point after. His kick is good, and the Jets are able to extend the lead. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got his man. It's Mooney. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. A run here with Kamara. Past midfield to the 45. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So we are through 3. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. It's a give now to Kamara. Finding room to the 20. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
This is intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jets. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn him back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England. And off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, Kittle, and he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And the Jets are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And it's looking like this could be another win for this team. That'd be 5 in a row to start the new season as they try to finish this one off. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now, Jackson. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
They hand it to Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now, faking the give. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets are going to extend their lead. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready. And off we go from Wembley. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Cut. What's that?
To throw is Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And this one is caught by Pierce. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds. Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Goff. That one taken in by Burton.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On first down, it's Goff. He finds the veteran Ertz. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Goff to throw. He's got it at the 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. It is brought in the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown Vikings. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. The Vikings are able to cut into the deficit. They're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, New York.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England And off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On 2nd down, Goff. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Goff to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a big play on 4th down. 37 yards. So this one in the win column for the Jets. And it'll be a long but happy flight home as they earn the victory here in London. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from London.